Hey, what's going on, guys? The Lank Banger here. I have a new deck profile for you, and it's Vayu Turbo, but I decided to mix things up a little bit, and I threw the Destiny Hero engine into it as well. And you guys may be wondering why I'm using this deck for. Well, it's basically because of this card, to be completely honest. Destiny Draw is now at 2 per deck. For anyone that knows me, they would know that I loved anything that was Destiny Hero oriented. I absolutely love Perfect Circle, Dad Return, Teledad, the list goes on. So the second D draw went to 2, I was like, this deck's a no-brainer. So I'm going to have the deck list downstairs in the description. So I'm just going to go over some maybe tech cards and just why I'm using certain cards and what they do for the deck. First card, Dark Grepher. Basically the key card of the deck. If you don't have Grepher, you're most likely not going to win. And the reason being, without Grepher, you don't have the best way to get any of these guys into the graveyard. These are the guys you want to dump with Grepher. Now, of course you do have D-Draw from Malicious, so you can get them into the grave. But it's cards like Blackwing Vayu that just sucks to have in your hand if you don't have a Grepher. Sirocco's okay because you can normal summon him, but he doesn't do anything unless you're playing against a Blackwing mirror match, which the odds of that. We have Necro Gardna. This is at 2 per deck, by the way. It's a good pitch with Grepher, and it helps just block your opponent's attacks, and it'll give you another turn to live, or maybe you can block an attack, keep your synchro on the board, and then, you know, maybe just do stuff the next turn. And then, you know, Plaguespreader. I mean, basic stuff. That's why I go over just a few cards instead of the full deck list. I mean, you guys know what these decks do, so, you know, I just want to give maybe a short explanation on some of these cards, and that's that. Like I said, Destiny draws at 2, so that's basically the main reason why I decided to do this deck. Another clutch card in the deck is Burial from the Different Dimension. It's at 1 per deck. It's limited. So anyone who knows about this deck would know how powerful that card is. Just to be able to send your Vayu, Sirocco, Plaguespreader back to the yard. And because that card's at 1 per deck, I decided to tech this. Miracle Dig. When you have 5 or more removed from play cards, not just you, can be anyone, send 3 back to the graveyards. So it just allows you to reuse Plaguespreader and then your Blackwing guys. Now also, for anyone that knows about this deck, you can't make big beaters very often. There might be some times where you'll have a level 6 Synchro, then you summon Plague, make a level 8, and then you can remove Malicious, stack for Plague, or you can, you know, vice versa, do that. Excuse me. And then you can have 2 level 8s. That's really the biggest thing you're going to be able to do with the deck. A lot of people think that you can OTK with this deck. I mean, technically, I guess you can and just say, oh, well, I don't care if my opponent has Gorz, or I don't care if they have, like, Tauren or something, but, you know, whatever. It's just, that's not the way the deck's meant to be played. It's just, every turn, you're just going to keep filling up your graveyard, and then maybe, like, making synchros, like, here and there, and then just, all of a sudden, you just bust a load over your opponent's face. So, yeah, I mean, you can definitely, like, get a lot of big shots in. You can make a lot of bangers, but, you know, the whole point of this deck is to just load up your graveyard and just, you know, control the game, or you can just go nuts and try and go for a game in 1 turn. I mean, it's really the player's call. You can constantly just bring out an Armed Wing maybe every turn. You know, maybe bring out Dark Arm, then control the game. Or you can just be like, oh, well, I have 2 Vayu, 2 Sirocco, Malicious Engrave, Plague Engrave, and, you know, I didn't normal summon yet, you know, something like that. Then, I don't know, maybe you would want to try and go for it. But, you know, if they drop Gorz, or, you know, if they have a bunch of back rows, then you're going to have to actually think. So, that's really all of the deck. I wanted to say this real quick as well. I'm using Call of the Haunted. It's at 2 per deck. Now the reason I'm even using this card, it just gives me more synchro material. It's actually really clutch to reuse Plaguespreader X amount of times. The more I can use them, the better off I'm looking. Vayu and Sirocco in the grave, you know, that's cool. Gives you a 2300 banger, but that's not the best thing in the world. So it's actually good to upgrade your guys to level 8s, maybe level 9s, depending on what your hand is. So that's why this card's so clutch. And if you guys saw the deck list already, then you would know that this is my only trap that I'm using. 2 copies. Now the reason being, we have 3 MST, we have Heavy. I did say in a previous video I wanted 3 MST and Heavy Storm, but I said nothing about us getting Blackluster Soldier, a 3rd Judgment Dragon, a 2nd Tragodia, all that. So I think the format's going to be really, really fast, so maybe you will have to play this deck, you know, acting like your opponent doesn't have the answers or don't care, like, we'll play like they don't have Gorz, play like they don't have Torrent. I know a lot of people that are starting to play like this because they're really like, I don't really like care anymore. If they got the answers, they do, but, you know, if they don't, then whatever. So, yeah, I mean, that's my deck list for you. Well, that's my deck for you, I should say. Deck list in the description, as I said. Let me know what you guys think. I should be doing my Crane Chaos deck next Friday. This video might be up Thursday night, or it might be up Friday. I'm going to the Grand Prix in Pittsburgh. I live there. It's a Magic tournament, by the way, so I'm not exactly sure what day I'll be posting this, so yeah. So sorry if it's up early, and if it's up Friday, then cool. So yeah, that's my list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. And also, if you guys couldn't tell, I got a brand new camera, so let me know what you guys think of that as well. It's 8:30 right now, so I don't have the best lighting right now, so, you know, I apologize on that. Just wanted to get this video made and, you know, get it up. So that's what she said. But yeah, guys, that's it for now. So thanks for watching. Deuces.